It might have been AEW Rampage Slam Dunk, but there was no 3-pointers tonight. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, here to review Rampage for the 17th of February 2023. We were in Texas tonight. A lot of great wrestlers have come out of Texas. Unfortunately, none of them were on show tonight on this. Well, in fact, I don't know, maybe Dustin Rhodes. Where's he from? I don't know. Probably from some gay town in America. I don't know where Dustin Rhodes is from. If he's from Texas, then so be it. But it doesn't matter where he's from. It matters where he's going. And where he's going is into this Rampage show that, in all honesty, absolutely sucked. So we kicked off with the AEW Trios Championships on the line. It's the Elite versus Top Flight and AR Fox. And this match was like, it was your typical Elite 6-man match, but with basketballs, and it's like, what the hell? I know the Elite like to play with each other's balls, and they probably will never have played with balls as big as these, but still, it was very, very weird. Lots of basketballs on display. It was like they were playing some form of like wrestling fucking dodgeball, but nobody was dodging the ball. They were all taking hits with the balls. They were all getting balls in their faces, and all 6 men were fucking loving it. It was too uncomfortable to watch. Such a weird match, and as if it can't get any more phony. You talk about the Elite and their flip-flopping and flying style, as if it can't get any more phony than that. They're like introducing basketballs to the entire match, and they're implementing moves with basketballs, and they're doing all these inverted moves with basketballs, and it's like, what the I mean, this is gay. You know, this is like tell me wrestling's fake without tell me wrestling's fake. Just it's a bunch of midget men throwing balls at each other. Like, what the hell was this? And of course, it was for the AEW Trios Championship, and we just know that the Elite are going to win. It's another one of those 100% predictable matches that you get on AEW Rampage. So again, no surprises that the Elite are going to retain, and they do retain. Omega hits a fee trigger on Dante, and then he hits the one winged angel, and I believe no one has kicked out of the one winged angel so far on AEW, apart from maybe Jon Moxley, but who cares? Anyway, the Elite win. Fuck the Elite. I don't like the Elite. I don't watch the matches, but I did check out some of this because they were using basketballs, and I thought it was just pathetic, to be honest. But normally I wouldn't watch the Elite matches, but you know, this one was more pathetic than normal. So yeah, probably the show's on a -1 coming out of this match. Really, really bad. And I don't get this. Top Flight and Fox are never going to win, so it was, yeah, just a throwaway match. I mean, the titles may have been on the line, but let's be honest, they were never truly on the line because the Elite were never going to lose. Anyway, the lights go out, the lights come back on, and we've got Brody King and Malachi Black, and they're on the entrance ramp, and then they're waiting. So they're waiting. So I guess it's going to be House of Black versus the Elite next for the AEW Trios Championships. Again, who cares? The lights go out again. The lights come back on. And now Brody King and Malachi Black are gone. I don't know what happened to the other guy, Buddy Murphy. Is he injured or something? Because he wasn't there. So I don't know. Are they going to add a new member, or I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. Then we go backstage. Orange Cassidy's with Mark Henry. Henry speaks about Cassidy's current win streak. Wheeler Yuta then interrupts them, and he challenges Cassidy for the AEW All Atlantic title, saying Cassidy never taught Yuta anything. Cassidy tells us he wasn't there to teach. He was there to be a best friend. Cassidy accepts the challenge. Like, what the fuck is this? Cassidy, Wheeler Yuta for next week. I'll pass. Then we get Danny Garcia versus Ricky Starks. Absolute Ricky Starks. Absolute dog shit. How about that? That's what this entire show is. So Ricky Starks gets the win. Rochambeau by Ricky Starks beats Danny Garcia 1, 2, 3, and then we get that, what's that guy called, the Mexican, Sammy Guevara comes out speaking broken English, and he starts screaming at Jericho. He's like, I want you to talk to Tony. I don't ask for much, Jericho. I want you to talk to Tony. And then he says he wants a match with Action Andretti next week, and he's going to kick his ass. So next week, we're getting Action Andretti versus Sammy Guevara. Ricky Starks is just looking at Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara's came out and demanded a match with Action Andretti. Action Andretti isn't here. Like, what is this? I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Action Andrade, no one cares about him. This whole feud fucking sucks. Ricky Starks, Action Andrade versus the Jericho Pre. No, absolutely no one cares, man. So yeah, we're getting Sammy Guevara versus Action Andrade next week, but next week, this week, 10 weeks time, nobody wants it whenever we're getting it. Then we get into match 3 of the night, another title match. I mean, apparently the title was on the line, but again, this title was even less on the line than the opener. It was Jade Cargill versus Ferta Fixin. Who the fuck is this? Match literally lasted about 20 seconds. Jade Cargill hits her finisher, winner on still ABS. AEW TBS champion Jade Cargill. I think that's her 53-0 now. Honestly, who cares? And guys, by the way, I can barely even speak here, right? So if you're wondering why the fuck this review's so fucking shite, then that is why. But yeah, I can, and the show's shite as well, don't get me wrong, man, so it doesn't even matter. I mean, the show's shit, so who cares? Anyway, Jade Cargill wins. And she's still your champion, but I mean, I don't care. Apparently, she's going to need a more legitimate challenger soon enough. But I mean, well, why don't they get her one? Or why doesn't she challenge for the real women's title? Or why doesn't she do something? Why doesn't someone that's in the world title, the women's title scene, come down and challenge for this belt? Like, why does she keep facing fucking nobodies? It doesn't make any sense. Why is this nobody even getting a title shot? I thought AEW had rankings. I thought you had to be the #1 ranked fucking person to get a title shot. So why is this nobody that we've never seen before getting a shot at the TBS Championship? When you're supposed to be, the rankings, I mean everything in AEW, you need to be the #1 ranked person. Well, they weren't #1. It's the bloody first time we've ever seen them, so how the hell were they #1 ranked? You know, it doesn't make any sense. We then go back to Mark Henry. Rhodes cuts a promo. He says you have to go to a dark place just to see the light. Swerve says the Rhodes family always play the victim. And apparently, yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of true, to be honest. You got Cody, you know, always, Cody's playing like the sympathy thing at the moment. Oh, my daddy never won the world title, so I want to do it for him. Dustin Rhodes has always been, you know, caught up in his sexuality or whatever. He's always complaining about something. Dusty was always complaining about, let me tell you about hard times. You know what I mean? That's actually kind of true by Swerve. I mean, the Rhodes family are always playing victims. Anyway, the other guy is still missing. Trench is still missing, so it's just Swerve Strickland with Bordeaux. They come out to take on Dustin Rhodes. It's 1-on-1, but Bordeaux is with Swerve, and I mean, we get a decent main event, I guess. Again, another Death Valley driver on the outside of the ring. I'm pretty sure they did this same spot last week, and they do it again this week. Why are they doing a Death Valley driver on the outside of the ring? And it gets the same thing, 1-2 kick out. It's like, I mean, surely this move should finish a match. I mean, surely this move should be enough to put away Dustin Rhodes. I mean, this move is better than like 99% of the moves that actually beat people in AEW, so I don't know why Dustin Rhodes is kicking out of this. Dustin Rhodes looks like he's about to actually win. Bordeaux then pulls out Rhodes and he hits him with a clothesline, causing a DQ. The commentary team put over the fact that it's very rare you get a DQ in AEW, which I mean, I guess it's kind of true, but that doesn't make the show better, you know. Just because they have less DQs in their matches doesn't mean the show's good. Let's be real. Let's get that out there straight away. Then Bordeaux's beating up Rhodes. Swerve Strickland has a chain. He starts punching Rhodes. Rhodes is busted open. They end up getting a cinder block, and they put Rhodes' head on the cinder block. And Swerve goes to the top rope. He's about to come down. He's about to deliver a big stomp onto the cinder block and onto Dustin Rhodes' head. And then the next minute, Keith Lee. Yes, big Keith Lee. The guy who's been busy at home munching cheeseburgers. He stopped that. Well, he hasn't stopped it, but he's he's got the cheeseburgers ordered to go. He's got them ordered to the AEW arena. So he comes out from behind, and I don't know how this guy manages to sneak into the ring, considering he's a big fat bastard, but he sneaks into the ring anyway. He gets behind Bordeaux and Swerve. Then they turn around, and what we see next is like some of the fakest offense you will ever see from a big man. This Keith Lee guy he's throwing strikes, barely any of them are connecting. The selling by Bordeaux and Swerve's fucking horrendous. And then he goes to hit a move on Swerve, but Parker Bordeaux goes to push Swerve out the way, but then it looks like he actually hits him with a spear. And then Keith Lee does a backspinning elbow to thin air, and then Bordeaux gets up and just kind of like locks arms with Keith Lee, and then he just falls over. Both guys retreat out the ring. It was like, what the hell was this? I mean, Keith Lee came down just from his comeback, supposed to look good, supposed to look strong, hit some awful looking strikes, and that was as good as it got for him. So this was really, really bad here. Really bad. And then Keith Lee helps Dustin Rhodes up, and the show ends with Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes standing in front of the crowd. And Dustin Rhodes is for Texas, but I mean, who cares? He's not Austin, he's not Taker, he's not Shawn Michaels. So that's the point I was trying to make. Again, shit show. Not too much to say about here. I mean, Keith Lee looked really, really old in his return. He was sporting blonde / white hair, but I don't think it was a good look for the guy. I don't think anything's a good look for Keith Lee. See, when you're 700 pounds, nothing a wee hair dye is not going to exactly, turn your appearance into a killer all of a sudden. So, Keith Lee for me. Guy still sucks, and that was your AEW Rampage, man. So I'm going to give this show, you guessed it, I'm giving it a 0 out of 10, guys. Hopefully next week I'll be feeling better and get back to normality on this channel. But yeah, for now I feel sick. This show certainly didn't help me feel any better. So I'm giving it a 0 out of 10. I'll catch you in the next one, Elimination Chamber tonight. Hopefully will be a good show. Not really looking forward. Well, I mean, it's predictable as fuck, as good as it might be. I mean, we all know what's going to happen, so what's the point? But yeah, this show's getting a 0 out of 10. This show was also predictable. At least Elimination Chamber's got potential to be predictable but decent. This show was predictable and utter horse shite. So yeah, it's getting a 0 out of 10 for me. That's it, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, been Vlog Wrestling. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And then, till then, peace.